Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory, yes. Back on good old Satisfactory, ready for another day, ready for another week. Going to be continuing our build on our modded playthrough here. And if you'd like to know what those mods are, the mods listed down in the description section of the video, along with a link to Satisfactory Mod Manager, so you can download and install mods for yourself, yes. And also, yes, I did kind of mess up the intro slightly. It is Monday, leave me alone. Anyway, um, yes, it is. It is Monday, so welcome back. Hopefully, you all had yourselves a great weekend. So, plans for today. It's going to be a very interesting day. As you may have seen, I have finished the ramp down now. All we had was that top corner up there, and now we're back at, or we're now down to water level, which is awesome. Look at this. It's just we're like 2 meters above water level. That's it. Maybe 2.5. I think it's like on a half, but yeah, we're about 2 meters, a little bit over 2 meters above water level, which is nice. I did get this all built. So we've got the curve here, really crazy curve. It's all on the same level. It just to tell you that it's all on the same level. Um, yeah, it's I did the curve using that method that I showed you guys. Oh, give me power, power. Okay. Given that method that I showed you guys last week. Um, I just did the same on this corner as well, as well. So and we've got some supports as well, as you can see here. It's hard to get away from this without pulling power over. You can only go about this far or so. That's about it. That's about as far as you can go. We could possibly go up here. So yeah, I run the railing. This one is built exactly like the one that's over on the other side. The one that goes on that's on the east side of the city that goes north. That really long one. It's not quite as long as this one's much shorter than that one is. But yeah, I did manage to get it done. That's because I wanted to continue and start working on the actual what would you call it? The actual island that we're going to be making, the man-made island. There we go, something like that. Yeah, the actual mainland, man-made, something like that. All those island things. But yeah, the mainland island, because I wanted to focus on that. So I have a layout in my head. I just don't know how it's going to work. But I did also test this, which is great news. That we can put water extractors here, so the water is not too shallow. Even though it is pretty shallow right here, it's not too shallow to put water extractors and stuff like that. So we're going to go up to about that rock or so, maybe a little bit further, and then that whole vast area out there is going to be the power plant. It's going to be a little close to land, but it's not going to be super close. That's why I'm kind of taking it out there, because I think that's about right. And then we're going to make our artificial island, was the word I was looking for a little bit ago. We're going to take our artificial island and make that. So should be a good time. I hope. So we need to go 5 and then 1. So we need to go 5, 10, 12. We need to go 12 at the very least. Because the way I got the setup is it's these sort of railing looking support things are increments of 5 foundations. So sorry I sound a little bit tired. Like I said, it is Monday. Yeah, just coming back off of the weekend here. Had a good time. Oh, if you have not seen it, yes, I did release another episode on the 7 Days to Die. We're going to lose power here. There you go. I did release another episode on that, so if you would like to check that out, definitely do. Because we started gaining up our levels. I think we got to like level 15 or something like that. because we're still doing the permadeath thing, and that's what got voted for, was to continue that save. So yeah, like I said, if you want something to check out, that's definitely something to go check out. Oh, 5. Okay, go foundations. This is what I've been doing. Because I know how shallow this water is. I know that foundation, because I stood out there, obviously. I mean, look how shallow that water is. You can see the bottom of it. Pretty dang shallow. So I know a 4 meter will go all the way down, as you can see. They were standing in the water. The 4 meter will go all the way down. Yeah, pretty freaking shallow out here. But yeah, we need enough room in behind on the north side of this road. We need enough room to be able to fit the whole power plant, the whole artificial island. This road's going to be part of that island eventually. Yeah, I figured this would work. So I figure as well that if this was a real world scenario, they'd probably have something like this, but they probably wouldn't have these sides that I'm putting on it. Although I don't care about the sides, but yeah, because then it'd flood. Or if they did, they would have like little holes in them so that the water could escape back out. You know, in case of sea level rise or anything. Because this is a sea out here. It is an ocean. So that's that. But yeah, I want it clear out here though, because I got some ideas for like the cooling towers and stuff like that. We're gonna build. I don't know if they're not gonna be life size really, but they are going to be cooling towers. They'll be just for show, unfortunately, but we'll get them worked out. And my autosave is still just about as long as ever. Still a pain in the butt. Okay, I think we should go a little further out. Yeah, we should go a little further out because then we could build on both sides. And that'll be nice. Maybe we'll have like the water collection over here. But yeah, like I said, the cooling towers are just going to be for show, but I have some ideas on how I want to build it. I just need to work it out. A lot of this stuff is probably going to be done. A lot of the kind of boring stuff is going to be done off camera. We'll go 12. We'll go one more 12. Okay. And then that should be easy to go off of that. Okay. 4, 5, 1. Oops. Foundation. And foundation. I believe the road is also 4 meter, yeah. Oh, it's just in the water. Okay, and then from here, we have plenty of room. So that's Paradise Island, if you guys don't know, over there. It's called Paradise Island. The devs are still considering removing it, so definitely try not to build out there until after update, until after like 1.0 or whatever. They were going to remove it for update 7, but then there was a lot of... It's a weird thing that sometimes gamers get passionate about, but yeah. That little island over there, the little Paradise Island, people protested basically in their forums and stuff to not remove Paradise Island. They're like, no, don't remove Paradise Island. Yeah, they just wanted to remove it, and people are just like, no, don't remove it. It's just like, okay. They're still thinking about removing it, despite all what people were saying. But yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I don't think they should remove it either. A nice little land where there's no nothing, just trees. I don't know I don't even think there's nothing over there. Nothing for the average player, I should say. Unless you're building like a vacation home. You know, oh, you know what we should do? Yes. We should build ourselves a home over there. We should build ourselves a house. Maybe up on the top over there, like right. I can't. Oh, you can't click up there. Interesting. It's 400 and some odd meters, but yeah, like up there, up at the top there, we should build ourselves a house, and then off of this main highway here, we'll build ourselves a little road over there. Actually, build ourselves a house. That'd be pretty cool. I was thinking about doing housing for this, but being as the game is starting to become very, very laggy when it comes to placing stuff sometimes I'll be placing foundations, it's just fine. Perfect, 60, 40 to 60 FPS, whatever. And then there's sometimes where I'll be placing stuff and it lags every time I place something. there's almost a moment of pause. It's not quite a pause, but it's definitely a drop in FPS. So when I'm placing things, so it's just like, yeah, okay, I'll skip the housing for now. But what I was going to do is on the outskirts of my city, I was going to use the blueprinter, and you guys can take this idea if you want. I don't care. But I was going to use the blueprinter in order to make a bunch of houses. I think that's half. Yeah, that's half. Okay. But yeah, I was going to make a bunch of houses in the blueprinter. Maybe I was going to make probably like 5 or 6 houses of different varying styles and whatnot. And then I was going to then just place them around in like neighborhoods and stuff. Oh, down here. So basically, yeah, just be a... we'd build basically just a neighborhood. I think that would be really, really cool. Oh, I don't know why I'm not just flying at this point. Won't be able to fly very long. Very nice. So if you guys don't know, this goes in meters, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 is the halfway point. As you'll see here. There's the halfway mark right there as well. It's not quite. Did I? No, it's straight. Huh. It's fine. But it'd be nice to get away from the city for a while too, and to actually build something significant away from the city. I mean, that's the whole point, though, is you want your nuclear power plant to be away from your city. I mean, not game-wise, but like it doesn't really matter. But definitely, whatchamacallit? Definitely real life. There we go. In real life. Okay. Yep, been using my train to go back and forth, and when I need to go back, I just build a little loop. Build a little temporary loop and go back to the city. That way I don't have to fly or walk. Okay, I don't know how big this island is going to be. It's going to be fairly large. I just don't know how large. And it's probably going to be fairly round too. I don't know exactly. I know, like, I have this in my brain, right? I have this kind of layout. Basically, so you got the highway here, right? This one's going to continue straight for a little bit longer. But from this point on, it's going to be the artificial island is going to start here. Kind of the whole point was to get out into the ocean. I don't know how far you can go with this before the game stops you. I guess we'll find out. Hopefully it's not too far. Or hopefully it's far enough. So there's some cool underwater bits. Holy crap, that water is really deep underneath there. Look at that. It's crazy. But yeah, so the island is going to stretch on both sides probably. But this main highway here is going to be pretty much the end of the island. Over there, we might have like water collection and stuff. I think that'd be like we have the water collection fields because we're going to need a lot of water collectors. Definitely, we're definitely going to need a lot of them. And I want to I kind of want to build. Um, I don't want to build like a well house like I have done in the past. I want to build an outdoor area this time. Like they're going to be outdoors instead of indoors. They're going to be outdoors in their own like in they we got so much room. And I'm thinking in their own like little quadrants. I'm hand gesturing again. Jeez. But yeah, they'll be in their own little quadrants since we got so much room. We'll figure it out. But on this side, I want you to think of a hospital, like right next to a main road. There's a hospital, right? And the hospital has got this lead up entrance, right? It's got this lead up. You kind of take a bit of a right, you go a bit of a left, and then maybe go uphill a little bit, and then there's a flat spot where everybody goes in. And then maybe there's parking around the back. It doesn't matter about the parking. But yeah, so you go right, you go left, and then there's an entrance bit, and then you go back downhill, and then then you go, um, then you go left and left again, and then to turn around and come back. So then you got the main highway all by itself, and then you've got this kind of lead up entrance that kind of goes up and around and then comes back down this way. It's kind of hard to explain. I guess we'll just have to see. Oh, and also I'm going to have a bypass as well over here somewhere. So, because there could be stuff we could need over here. Like if we need any more of anything else, we could definitely use a rail that like tees off here somewhere and then goes along the beach or something. But yeah. Anyway, like I said, and I want it to be a dual lane so that so basically that the little entrance I'm talking about is going to have both lanes on either side plus the train tracks. And that train tracks, what the train tracks are going to do is they're going to go right, and then it's going to go right and then left, and it's going to go into the building, which is going to be slightly raised to where basically the train station is going to be the main entrance. Or there's going to be two different train stations. There's going to be the one that's going to bring the uranium, which actually I might bring the uranium around the back side of the building, and then the front side of the building will be where the other materials come in. I don't know exactly how I want to do it. I'm not exactly sure. It's going to be a mess though for a little while, I think, until we get it figured out. But it is also going to be interesting. Like I said, I don't really know how I want to do it. I just know I want to do it. But yeah, you're going to have the vehicles entrance, and then it drops off stuff. Maybe we'll have a couple truck stations out there just for fun, to make it look like they get deliveries. I don't know. But yeah, the trains are going to go around. The trains will probably go around the back or in the center. So I want to do this with a 10-car train station in mind, because I'm going to build another train station either over in the city, or we're going to build a train station. Probably we're going to build a train station over in the city somewhere. I need a 10-car train station that's going to be able to get all the materials that needs to be brought here in order to be assembled in their own little factories, in order to be then built into using the uranium into the uranium cells, and then the uranium cells into the uranium fuel rods. And at some point, we might even dabble into plutonium, but the plutonium is just will be a side thing at some point. Basically, though, it is going to be very radioactive over here. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, I don't know how. Like I said, I don't know how exactly I want to build it yet. Um, but I do know that I want one main building where everything comes in, and then maybe we'll have either some separate buildings or some, you know, some separate buildings, maybe little factories that'll put everything together. Um, and then we'll have the cooling towers as well. It's going to be a grand scale build, I think. And I got a long way to go and no time to get there. Yeah, enough of talk. I guess let's get going on this. Let's see what we can come up with. And it may take a long time for me to build this as well. Because I'm not, like I said, I'm not really sure what I want and exactly how I want it. But I want to build it all my own. I don't want to just, I might look up some power plant kind of layouts and stuff, maybe get some ideas of what kind of stuff they have in real life, but I want this to be all my own design, basically. Just with a few bits and pieces of the real world, of course. Yeah, because if you look at power, the nuclear power plant, yeah, it's big, but it's not very big. This is tiny. This is like, this is tiny comparatively to what a real power plant would be. I mean, you're talking, we might have to build a small city just to make this work, and that might even be a good idea. Have the main building as like the train station where everything comes in, and then have like little roads that go in between it. Because that's how you'd normally see it. Something like that, a normal like kind of artificial island style with the power plant and stuff. That all kind of be on its own, and have like little roads and stuff in between, which would be pretty cool. And I don't want to build just a big rectangle or square island. I do want to kind of round it out on the ends or something to make it maybe make it interesting. I'm not really sure, but anyway, let's get going on this. Okay, so we need enough room. I'm gonna have to pull these train tracks a little further. Let's back this train up. Break. Yeah, we're not going to continue, and it's probably going to take me a long time to build this, but it's also going to take me a long time to build those 4,000 those 4,000 those 4,000 assembly directory systems. So I figure by the time I get this built, we'll probably have those. Plus, we also got to fill like other stuff. Oh, okay, hold on. We'll go here then. I didn't realize we were like right on the dot with that stuff. Okay. Yeah, there's a reason we gotta go here. Because this is where it's gonna start curving. Like I said, enough talk. I don't really know how I'm gonna do this, but we're gonna frickin' find out. It's gonna be an interesting build, I think. I don't know. Would you say that's curved? Okay. Yeah, we got to go to the end so that we can now build a curve. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3. Oh, and then 1, 2, 3. Well, we still also need the foundations. I'm trying to think. So So then when we just do this, or do we want to have it a little more interesting? Let's have it a little more interesting. Okay. So the way we do that is we do it like we did them corners up there. So we go 1, 2, 3. From the outside, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, like I said, let's make this a little more interesting. We might have to get rid of these rails. I almost messed it up. Almost went swimming there for a second. Well, maybe not swimming, but we just have some power. It's kind of hard to balance the power. The reason I gotta do that is because then I gotta do this. Don't worry, we'll put the rails back as well, so no big deal. Just looks a little weird like this. That's not gonna be, but yeah, we're gonna use that same trick here. 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this should go all the way out here. Not quite. Needs to go out here. Actually. And actually, you know what? That's a good shout. Thanks for the idea, guys. So yeah, if we use this method, we could have the superhighway continue up this way and then go into the building. And then when it comes back out, it then comes along this way. That'd be fine. So this is too sharp. Yeah, so we gotta go one more. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's how I did them curves. In case you weren't here for last episode. You'll get another lesson on these curves, kind of. I'm not going to explain it completely, but... So yeah, we build these curves, and then we delete all this, because we don't need it. Or, we will need it, but just not right now. So then we do that. Actually, these need to be concrete, so that we can see what we're doing. Okay. Okay, then we gotta build these little straight pieces so we have something to connect to. Pull out road tool, the foundation spawner. Connect that to that. Get rid of the bottom piece. Change these all to asphalt. Okay, and then we need... Oh, then we need this tool here. Micromanager. Now remember, it's 34, so you know if you're missing any. Okay. 34. Change that to tiny. Control down. Or Control K. 1, 2. Change that to large. 1, 2. Change that to huge. 1, 2. There we go. You get rid of that rail. You no longer need it. I'm actually going to change this one to concrete as well, so I know where the edge is. So yeah, basically what this means is this is where the rail was when I connected it, so I have to go to the edge of this one. So get rid of this outer. What the heck? I don't know what that was. I think that's a bug. I've had that before, where it's just like I have the power, it just doesn't wanna work. Well, if we're running out of power at the city, we might have to set up some emergency generators. Hook that to there. It should be following along pretty nicely. Okay, that one's a little close. Is it? Did I get that wrong? Nope. Maybe I did get that wrong before. That one. Sometimes I do this differently than previous times. Yeah, this is not correct. Oh, is it half? I'm just an idiot, probably. And we all know this to be true. No, that definitely wasn't it. No, it definitely was here. Do we just need bracer tracks on either end to make it work? Or did I not do this right? No, I didn't do this right. That's what happened. It's like, yeah, in order for this to fit correctly. Yeah, it doesn't fit there. Okay. Yeah. No, I did it correctly. I'm just wondering why it's not fitting like it should. It should be fitting here. Oh, it's because I need the bracer track on either end. Okay, that would be why that's not working. Okay. Like I said, I am stupid. I do forget things. I do forget how the procedure... There we go. Now you can see it's now correct with our rails. So then what we can do is we can delete these and we can reconnect this so that we actually get some power to those rails. Very nice. And then what I also like to do, I'm going to paint these back to that. What I also like to do is I like to go along here and place these little half walls, because if you do this before you do the others, it just is a lot easier of a time for you. The only problem is it wants to do that. I mean, if you can let it do that if you like. I don't like to. But like I said, if you do it beforehand, then it's just a lot easier for you later on. I think I'm missing one here. Okay. No. Okay. No, I think I got it. All these here. Concentration. It's keeping me from speaking. Sometimes you gotta concentrate, build, man. There we go. So that's all connected. These are just basically walls to keep people from getting into where the train tracks are. But, you know, people are people. They're gonna do it anyway. If they're gonna find a way, they will find a way. Alright, now we just gotta do those to all the others. Yeah, just gotta do that to all the others. This is what we just done here. Put that around there. Okay, so I deleted everything because it wasn't working out the way I intended and stuff like that. So it just wasn't working the way I wanted it. So I just decided, meh, it's gone. Poof, and poof goes it. Okay, so just going with the normal T junction here. I think that would just be fine. This is way less complicated and it takes me less time to build, so not too bad. Go and get our train, because eventually we're going to need materials here in a second. I don't know if I put concrete extra on this. I don't think I did. Oh yeah, I did. I did put a little bit extra on there. I think, or was that already on there? I don't remember. Anyway. Let's go! Okay, so we're going to need a very big space here. I don't exactly know how big of a space. I want to do just trying to think here. So I want a big space here in the center, in the front, so we could put like, maybe we could put up like a sign, or maybe we can put some like, we could put some cool little things in the center here. I'm thinking maybe a 5 space. Okay, so this space here, this does not count because this one's because it's being taken up. So 1, 2. Let's continue this. 3, 4, 5. Also, this has gotten much deeper over here in this section. It definitely has gotten much deeper. So we've got that to think about. That's fun. So we got that. We're going to continue this, of course. Of course, we also got to do this over here. I just got to remember to bring the rails with me each time. So yeah, this isn't going to... So this isn't going to fit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be 6 instead. I suppose that's fine. Oh, whoops. That's a little too high. It's actually 1 meter down. Yeah, there we go. Carry this along. I think I'm just going to carry this along the outside of the island. I think that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, nice little trimming, or trim. Nice little trim piece. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe. I'm so undecided. Okay, so then we've got that. Obviously it's not going to carry across there because that's a roadway. But I do want to carry it along. One more. I keep forgetting that it's... Oh my gosh, look how deep that is. That's very deep now. It's going to use up a lot of concrete. Hold on. This is not as deep as this is a lot deeper than I thought it was. I'm using the camera. Let's go to this side too. I'm gonna pull a little power over here. Some rail. We can go like this. and be safe anyway. They think that one can't go underneath that, no. Okay. Nah. There. That works, right? Only unfortunate thing is I cannot see. Is this foundation I put here? So you hit H on that. It's not deep. It's not as deep right here. Okay. Then we'll put the 1 meter foundations and then that one, and then we'll put this one across. There we go. We don't need this anymore. We don't need that anymore. It's very cleverly bringing myself power. Right there. And that like that. And that like that. Okay. So, got that built. See, like I said, I am going to carry this along. How deep is this? We're going to be... I want it to go all the way down as well, so that's just something we're just going to have to deal with. I don't mind using the extra concrete. We got millions of the stuff, just about anyway. And I think at the end of each episode, we're going to check on the assembly directory systems. Assembly director. So I keep adding a Y when I don't need to. It's very strange. So this needs to go underneath there. Okay. It's very strange why I keep doing that. Who knows? Anyway. So we don't need that anymore. Okay. So then we need to add in... we're going to add in our transport pathing signal. We're going to have to get rid of these. Okay. So, path signal. So, path signal there. Path signal there. And path signal there. And then the basically that just means that means that any train can reserve this intersection if it wants. So that's the whole point. We might have to remove this one too to put our block signal in. Yeah, just for sometimes the foundation blocks it. I don't know why. But I always do a block signal as the exit, unless there's another intersection. That if I want to split up intersections or anything like that. Okay. Put our foundations back. And that will fix that. Okay, there's our foundations back. Okay, so now this portion in white is all one intersection. But if a train paths to go straight and another train is pathing to come in this way, to go straight, and they're not going to collide, the trains will path into the same block. I have seen it happen many times. They'll path into the same block and continue on their way because they're not going to collide. Although I have seen trains also path into the same block, but then I guess the train changes its mind at the last second when it paths in, but the other train is already in the block section, what the heck, the block section, and then the trains just collide. It's pretty funny. Now generally you want these blocks to be further out, but these will be okay, I think. There's not going to be too many trains coming down to here anyway. There's going to be, I think, a minimum of 2 and a maximum of 3 trains. Just in case we need more uranium, I am leaving that option open for another uranium train to bring in raw uranium. Okay, so now we want the minimum of 5. For our thing here. Because I am going to continue this. I might get rid of this rail in the center, because this is all going to be filled in anyway, probably, more than likely. It's not exactly how I planned it, but it's the easiest way. I don't want to do too many curves and stuff like that, because it makes it needlessly complicated then, and everything ends up looking ugly. I cannot talk today. Don't ask me why, because I do not know. That's 6. Something like that. Okay. So then we can go like this. I might have to fix some of those as well. Oops. That one's going to be a normal one of these. There's the core of the Earth. Apparently. We only need to go 2 down for that. Oh, then we need to put a foundation on each. So this will be the centerpiece in front of it, so we can do something with it. I don't know. I'm just leaving myself options to be open here. I think I might have accidentally... No, I didn't. Okay. Thought maybe I did. Okay. So then the rails are going to continue. And this way. Okay, so this is where it gets kind of interesting, I should say. This is where it gets interesting, because I don't know what I'm going to do. Because we need to make an intersection here, but it can't be with the rails themselves, because we're going to have like a sort of an entrance style area. So I'm thinking like an office area in front. Maybe. And here I go. It's just like, I don't want it to be needlessly complicated, and here I am making it needlessly complicated. That's just how it goes, though. Okay, so... I'm just trying to envision it currently. I'm trying, man, I'm trying. Okay, so basically The rails are not going to come up here. Yeah, because this is just going to be the entrance for like vehicles and stuff. So, although I might build it as if it was. I don't know. I want kind of a run-up space to this. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, because there isn't going to be a rail in between here. And also, I keep forgetting how deep that is. Crap, that's deep. And that's what she said. Oh my gosh. It is like core of the earth stuff right there. Okay, so I want a little bit of a run up, like I said. Or we could just go straight up one level from here. So we'll go from here. And then we have our ramps. This. Change this all to asphalt. Just like, you know what, we'll just do it like this. Fine. That like that. Okay. So yeah, like I said, this is going to be the ramp upwards. So we're going to do like this. Of course, asphalt. And then oh, it's all right. But yeah, there's not going to be any pedestrians. Definitely not. Okay, so then we're going to have this. I'm just going to leave this one level, like this. This is already one up on itself. Let me get some rail over here. We can go this way with it. Okay. So... oh, that one's already... never mind. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 by 4. We're out of concrete. Hold on. I actually might not have enough concrete to do this. I'm going to have to go get more. I might put a second train car on this and then just fill it full of concrete. That's actually not a bad idea. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the suggestion. Yeah, we're going to get a second car and we're just going to completely fill it to the brim with concrete. I also need to empty this out because I picked up the stuff that was on that wreck over there. Yeah, picked up that stuff. So, yeah, this rail is not going to do this. This is just so I can have power, by the way. Okay, so you're probably wondering why I'm doing this. You'll see, you'll see. Okay, so this is going to be the lead up. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, let me get this one here. Okay. Oh, balls. I did it in the wrong spot. Yeah, start over. Did it in the wrong spot there. I wanted it to do it here. Okay, so yeah, this is how high the building is going to be off of the water level. So that's why I was just like, however high this gets us. Some power up here as well. Okay. And like I said, this might all be covered. I might leave a little water. We'll see. We'll see. I don't exactly know what I'm going to do with it yet. We are going to do 2 meter. Excuse me, 2 meter. Really? That's 3 meters. So then this one's 4. And then 4 meter and a meter. Okay. Then it's going to level out here. And 2 meter. Stop going up. Freaking thing. Then we're going to level out. This is going to level out right with this. And then this is going to be from here is going to be how long the actual station is. So again, we're going to continue with this, go all the way down. Jeez, look how deep that's freaking 15 foundations deep. And that's what she said, jokes aside. Holy freaking crap. Man, that is deep. To go down one. It's like that. Okay. I'll just carry this across there. Alright. So, like I said, that's going to be the lead up. So, whatever it ends up being. Because we got the lead up, and then we're going to have the train station, then we're going to have then we're going to have the lead up on the other side, and then we're going to have this exact copied scenario over there, just without the T-crossing. It's just going to be a curve onto the rails. So, okay, in order to do that, see, for a 10-car foundation, it's 2 foundations per thing, so it's 10 plus 2, so it's 12, so it's 24 foundations, 26 foundations in total. So basically 25 foundations from where we are now. Ooh. Yeah, like I said, 25 foundations from where we are now. Lag central. Let's see if I can even go out this far. I don't know how far you can go out before the game tries to kill you, so we're gonna see if this is even gonna work. Okay. Well, it lets us go out this far, so far so good. Alright, let's bring a rail up this way, just for now. So we did 25 foundations, didn't we? I hope so, anyway. Yeah, this is just a rail so I can fly around. By the way. I almost lost it there. Okay. So let's do the count. Because it's 24 foundations, because it's 12 things. It's 2 train stations and then the 10 cars. So that's 12. And then since they're 2 foundations each, that's 24. And then I add an extra foundation on either side just for clearance and such. And that makes it 26. Yeah, because this is also just going to be a through foundation, or through train station. They're going to go in, drop off their stuff, and then they're going to come out this other end, the western end, and then they're going to go back down that way and then get back on the superhighway there. So yeah, this is going to basically determine how wide the entire island is. And then back behind there is going to be the building, and then we're going to have the 2 cooling towers. Like I said, on this side we'll probably have the water extractors. We might have the water extractors inside the island, who knows. We'll see, because I can go back pretty far that way, I'm pretty sure. I just need to know how far. Like, if you take away the water, it would look like we're really high up in the mountains. There's like, it's crazy. It's just insane. Oh, I'm out of foundation, by the way. Or concrete, sorry. I'm out of concrete. So I guess we'll just have 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. Okay, we should be able to get underneath this. How much concrete do we have left? We don't have a whole lot left, so I might just build this temporarily. So we had the 1 space. Drop that down 1 meter. Okay, and then we'll just put the 1 meter. Oop. It's all going to be asphalt, by the way. Okay. We'll paint the rest later. So then there's that, and then we have, I think it's 1, isn't it? And then it's, yeah, and then that's the superhighway, essentially. So the superhighway is going to go around the outer side of the island. It's going to go all the way around, and then everything's going to be within that perimeter, essentially. So 6, 4, yeah, okay. That definitely does that. And then we're pretty much out of concrete. We have 69 concrete. Nice. That was not planned. Alright. So I guess, I mean, we are up against our clock anyway, so that's pretty much going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. Yeah, I guess next time we'll continue building this. We'll get that other, we'll get the superhighway in, and then we'll start building the actual foundation. Like I said, I'll get my train turned around here, and then we'll get. I'm gonna go head back, and I'm gonna fill that entire car full of concrete, and then I'm also gonna have a bunch of concrete on hand too. So that should be good. But like I said, that is going to be it. So yeah. I do hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.